everybody, hope you're all keeping well. Just wanted to come to you with our latest routine from our Hatha yoga class. It's a class that we run at our studio in Macclesfield on a Wednesday evening. This class has a little bit more of a strength focus in it, and that's what the exercises are that I'm going to bring to you today. Just 3 exercises from the routine. Obviously we get through a lot more each evening at the studio, but the ones we're going to work on today are quite focused on stabilising and strengthening through the shoulders and the arms. So really start to think about that when we're doing these exercises today. There is other things going on, but make that your focus if you can. So we're going to begin with just a little bit of space around you. That's all you're going to need. And we're going to come to all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under and take the tailbone up nice and high. So your head goes through the gap between the arms. We're going to come up onto the tiptoes, and you'll find that you can probably push your head even further through the gap between the arms. Once you've done that, lower the heels slowly. And we're going to try and hold that position with the small addition that we're going to bend through the elbows and let the forearms rest on the floor. So we're coming down now, keeping the hands apart. The temptation will be to bring them together, but keep the hands apart. Push your head back through the gap between the arms and try and keep those legs nice and long. The biggest thing to remember when we're holding some of these difficult strength poses is just to breathe. Temptation is always to hold on to your breath, and that won't help you. So in your mind, just maybe count yourself through the breath, breathing in. Maybe for 3 or 4 count, and breathing out for the same. And then when we're ready, we're going to push straight back up. And this will actually bring us into our next move. So we're going to come from here into a plank position. So we've got a nice straight line, hopefully, from ankles, through knees, through hips, up to shoulders. We're in a nice straight line. From here we're going to bend through the elbows, taking the chest down towards the floor. Not quite letting it rest on the floor just yet. And then slowly lowering down. Untucking the toes, letting the heels roll out to the side. Push yourself up. Lifting the head and the chest. And then we lower back down. And we're going to go all the way back to the start. So we're going to push ourselves back up, lifting the tailbone, and we repeat. So we can actually let this flow quite quickly. There's no reason for you to really pause for any length of time when you're doing this. When you're into the cobra position here, you might find it a little bit more comfortable to stay down on your forearms and go into a sphinx instead. So once you've lowered, bring the forearms down, lift the head and chest there. That is absolutely fine. Either way, after each one, you push back up, come forwards, lower, keeping your elbows tucked into your side. Pause at the bottom for a moment, then lower the hips, push up, lift the head and the chest. Lower yourself back down. Push all the way up again. Taking the tailbone high. And you can of course repeat that a few times again as always. I'm going to just pause right there. Good. Now our next exercise, we're going to need to swing a leg through to bring ourselves into a revolved triangle pose. So we're going to start down on all fours once again. Tuck the toes under, lift the tailbone high. Lift your left leg and swing that through. And we're going to try and push up from here so that we have nice long straight legs. That means that you can't quite touch the floor, that's fine. It's much more important in this pose to get those legs nice and straight. Maybe get a few books that you can perhaps rest your hands on if you needed to, if you can't quite get to the floor. And we're going to just lift your left hand. So we're rotating through the body, taking that hand up to the ceiling. Hopefully it's the exact opposite of my right. We don't want it to be too far overhead or down towards the hips. Just going straight up to the ceiling, and that's where the gaze is going as well. Keeping those legs nice and long. Both feet planted firmly on the floor. And we can bring that arm down when we're ready. Soften at the knee. And step back. Swim the lower down onto both knees from here. If you need to take a pause, then take it there. Obviously, otherwise you're going to go on to the other side. So there we go, you've got your 3 exercises from our Hatha yoga routine. That class on the Wednesday evening in our studio in Macclesfield. Obviously you've got lots of other exercises as well that we've previously posted over the years, so do please go and check those out. And otherwise I shall see you in our next routine in December. Thanks a lot guys, bye bye.